We're going to use the leftover meat sauce that we have from our spaghetti to make a recipe that we're just going to call stuffed shells. So what you're going to need for that is a box of jumbo shells, 1 cup of ricotta cheese, we need 1 egg, 1 cup of mozzarella cheese, 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, and that's really all there is to it. So what we're going to do is get our what we're going to do is get our water boiling so that we can cook our shells. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to show you how to mix up your shell stuffing.
What's that awful smell?
I'm not sure what you're smelling. Okay, so we're going to mix up our stuffing. So what we need is 1 cup of ricotta cheese in a bowl. Just going to measure this out approximately. Put that in your bowl. We're going to mix 1 egg with that. I'm going to put it in my measuring cup and then just kind of whip it together a little bit so it's whisked a little bit. This is what's going to help hold our stuffing together. And then we're going to add in about 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. Add that in here. And about 1/2 cup of the mozzarella. You're going to need a full cup eventually, but we're just going to add 1/2 cup into the stuffing mixture. So all you do, put that in a bowl and mix it together. And then when our shells are done, that's what we're going to use to stuff the shells before we bake it in the oven. Okay, so we will join you back here after our shells have been cooked, and we'll show you the stuffing process. All right, so we are back. We have cooked our shells in boiling water. I did this for about 10 minutes. The package calls for about 15, but you don't want these to be completely cooked because we are going to bake them in the oven. Okay, so we're going to take some cooking spray.
This is probably my least favorite cooking video we've ever done.
Oh, you don't think you're gonna like shells?
I don't want to eat seafood.
It's not seafood. Okay, so you're going to grease your pan. Then what you're going to do is take your shells, just kind of dump some in your...
If we go on vacation, I would like that very much, but we can't.
Okay, so you're going to put your shells in your pan, and then you are going to fill each one. So these are pretty warm, but you're just going to put some filling in each of the shells, and then we're going to cover our shells with our meat sauce. If you missed it yesterday, we made spaghetti, and I just did a double batch of spaghetti sauce. So this is the leftover sauce from our spaghetti. We're going to pour that over top of our shells before we bake them. So I'm going to finish stuffing these shells, and then I'll join you back here before I put the sauce on. Okay, so after your shells are stuffed, we're going to cover them with meat sauce. I did not use the entire box of those shells. If you want to use all of them, you'll probably need to do a double batch of that stuffing mixture. But the kids will eat spaghetti more than they'll eat the stuffed shells, so I'm going to leave those shells and they can just eat those plain. So we're just going to cover these shells with our meat sauce. Just scattered around the top. Really doesn't matter how much you use. If you were just making this for shells, it'd be about 1 pound of hamburger and 1 jar of spaghetti sauce. But again, make it as meaty as you would like. Your oven should be at 350 degrees for this recipe. We are going to cover this with tin foil and then bake it in that 350 degree oven for 30 minutes. And then we're going to come back and sprinkle the rest of our mozzarella cheese on top of that. We'll see you back here in 30 minutes. Okay, so after your shells have baked for about 30 minutes, we're going to pull them out.
Cheese.
Yeah, the cheese on top. We're going to pull it out of the oven.
Mozzarella cheese.
And we're going to uncover the
They kind of
shells.
look firm, but that's because it's meat.
Right.
I'm
Okay,
ready
so
for the meat.
be very, very careful though, okay? This pan is incredibly hot here.
Okay, remember the last time I did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was behind the scenes.
Okay, so we're just going to sprinkle some mozzarella cheese
Wait,
on top.
I'm gonna melt this?
Yep.
Ooh.
So about a half of a cup left,
I
or
see
whatever
why
looks good for you.
I see why I'm not gonna eat this. Ooh, jeez.
Don't touch the pan.
I have some cheese.
Okay, and so then all you're going to do is put this back in the oven for 3 to 5 minutes, or until this cheese is melted. Okay, so it's been 3 to 5 minutes. We're going to pull this out of the oven.
Hopefully that cheese is melted by now. Probably it is.
Looks pretty good.
Wow.
And,
I see why I wouldn't eat that.
well, it's kind of like mozzarella, but the stuffing
If it's
inside,
mozzarella,
no, the stuffing inside gives it a different texture. So thank you for joining us today. We hope to see you tomorrow.